Hold on to those wallets and purses, folks. This doesn't look like a very good neighborhood.
Here's the birthplace of the gangster film, the seedy underbelly of Chicago, from The Public Enemy, starring James Cagney. Released in 1931 before strict censorship rules were enforced, The Public Enemy is a gritty, realistic, and violent look at the world of gangsters of the Depression era.
Gangster movies, but maybe we should get out. Oh, sorry. Hey, he's got a point. I hate it when people talk during the movie.
Just hold the horns, because everybody knows I am. Set up a flare or something.
Western films depict the legendary American wild frontier, where cowboys and their loyal steeds maintain order in towns against the untamable wilderness. John Wayne and Clint Eastwood are two of the iconic stars who epitomize this ideal of the stoic gunslinger.
Unless I was partial to trouble or fixing to get myself shot. Hightail on out. Go right ahead.
The Duke and Clint have made some of the greatest westerns of all time. Stagecoach, the good, the bad, and the ugly, Someone's robbing the bank. Not on my watch, Pilgrim. Sit tight, folks. I'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain seated. Your guide will return momentarily. Remain seated, please.
Hold it right there, hombre.
Yeah, strike.
Oh, come on. You can shoot a guy in the back.
Okay, you got strike. Time for the last round.
Reach for the sky.
What is here?
You're under arrest.
I think it's time for a visit to a concession stand.
Stand for this. Nothing doing. Somebody's sticking my neck in the noose. Tiny fences.
You're riding with me now, so hold on to your horses. Speaking of which, where are the horses? Show the ride. Yeah, giddy up. Adios, Cinnamon. Rock right by the sunset. Oh, sun sure went down quick. Damn it. Don't know when to try anything funny now. You just stay put. What in tarnation is this?
Science fiction has been a staple of classic movies, from George Méliès's A Trip to the Moon to George Lucas's Star Wars. In 1979, director Ridley Scott and Sigourney Weaver made audiences believe that in space, no one can hear you scream. This is 80s.
Scream! I don't like the sound of that.
Warning. Remain in your vehicle. The area you are entering is extremely dangerous. Proceed with caution.
The emergency destruct system is now active. The ship will detonate in T-minus 10. The option to pull
Look out! What in the sun was that? It's right up again. I wish my old partner Snake was here. Oh, darn it, I said Snake. No snakes.
Steven Spielberg and George Lucas cemented their status as the blockbuster boys with their first partnership. Here from that legendary collaboration is Harrison Ford as archaeologist Indiana Jones in Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Snakes. Why did it have to be snakes?
Some of the biggest horror stars of Hollywood have appeared in the ancient story of a cursed Egyptian temple. A priceless jewel that beckons to all, but be warned, the temptation always leads to destruction.
Wait, looks like we're hit Mother Lord. I reckon it's time to stake a claim. Ain't nothing more than another ghost town. Takes a lot more than this to spook me. Don't any hombres move when I'm fetching that treasure. That's a new one, a belly full of lead.
I've seen enough movies to know that you really shouldn't even think about trying to steal a jewel.
Halt, unbeliever. Disturb the treasure of the gods, and you shall all pay with your lives.
Hey, not bad for my first big movie, huh?
The twist ending. That just goes to show you anything can happen in the movies. Now, let's get on with the show.
Ooh.
I see dead people.
Things that go bump in the night have always been a staple of movies. One of the first horror films was a silent short featuring a dancing skeleton, created by the Lumiere brothers in 1897. Wow, it's really a jungle out there, huh? Where are we?
This is the jungle home of one of the most famous movie characters of them all, Tarzan. The movie's most popular Tarzan is undoubtedly Johnny Weissmuller, who spun through 12 films as the King of the Jungle.
And over there we have Maureen O'Sullivan as Jane, and Tarzan's sidekick, Cheetah, who was portrayed by over a dozen chimpanzee actors over the years. Hey, how about a nice big round of applause for Jig, Skippy, Harry, Zippy, Tinky, and all the rest. Yes, an Oscar-worthy performance indeed. You know, the jungle is the perfect setting for a great adventure movie. Just think about the opening of Raiders of the Lost Ark when archaeologist Indiana Jones parades the thick to steal the golden idol. Or the spooky jungle where Arnold Schwarzenegger battles the Predator. Tarzan paved the way with his iconic 8 call so that Arnold could eventually yell, "Get to the chopper!"
Inside of us, we both know you belong to Victor. It was worth the thing that keeps him going. That way he's found, we're not with it forever. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but soon, the rest of your life. All that had passed didn't happen. You lost it until you came to Casablanca. You got it back last night.
Here's Humphrey Bogart in his most famous film role. In 1942, Bogey finally got to spread his wings and romance the beautiful Ingrid Bergman in Casablanca.
Can't be any part of it. Those are no good at being noble. It doesn't take much to see that the problems of 3 little people don't amount to a hill of beans in this crazy world. Someday you'll understand that. No. He's looking at you, kid.
That's my boss. I work for that guy.
the big cheese. Exactly.
And now, one of the most famous movie stars in one of his greatest roles, Mickey Mouse, as the Sorcerer's Apprentice in Fantasia.
When the film came out in 1940, Walt Disney promised to add new musical sequences in the future. His nephew Roy kept that promise 16 years later with the release of Fantasia 2000.
We've come over the rainbow and into one of the most beloved and most watched films in movie history, The Wizard of Oz.
Toto, I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore.
Yes, let the joyous news be spread. The Wicked Old Witch at last